Hey guys, Pyker here, and welcome back to another episode of Kethane Space Program. If you watched the end of last episode, you witnessed me having issues with Kerbal attachment system. The restart didn't fix it. I don't know what the deal is right now with the Kerbal attachment system. I guess they're just gonna need to update it, and this is just like I'm gonna have to report this bug. But I mean, it might be my mods and all the mods that I have, so I honestly don't know if it's on the mod side or it's on my side. But I did figure out a way to get it to work, and I will show you that right now. In case anybody else has these mods and is having issues with the Kerbal attachment system right now. I don't think, I mean, obviously I haven't tried it on the surface or anything, but I'll just show you guys real quick on what exactly I did to bypass this issue. And I'll just do it real quick, like so. Fly over here, open, that's pipe endpoint, perfect. And it might actually work now. Nope, doesn't work. All right. So this is what I did. The grab key is the letter G on your keyboard, and basically what the grab key does whenever you hit G and you're carrying something is it drops it off of you. It's just a lonely part floating away. So then you can click it and you can attach and attach it to a point. I don't know why that worked. I just was dicking around trying to figure out how I could get it to work, and that worked. So if anybody's having those issues, just press the G key on your keyboard, and it should get off your Kerbonaut's back in both senses of the word, and or both senses of the phrase, and you should be able to attach it. I don't know if you get too far away from it, it might might not work, but that's what I found to work. So just so you guys know, pro tip. Well, I'm not really a pro, but a tip for you guys. Yay! So yeah, so that's it. Just want to show you guys that in case anybody else is running into that issue. All right, so we let's get Jebediah back in our shuttle over here. Flying all over the place. Whoa, a little too fast. Whoa, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. There we go. All right. I'm pretty sure I already refueled Jebediah's spacecraft. I did. How much fuel do we have left? Enough to get everything home, I think. Let's see how much monoprop we have. We don't really have that much monoprop, and I did put 2 tanks of monoprop on here. So let's transfer some. Whoa! I need to disable those engines. I was not paying attention. Oh, wrong button again. All right, let's transfer some of this monoprop fuel over, and we'll probably just empty the tanks of our little probe into Jebediah's spacecraft, just to make sure that we have as much fuel as we possibly can have to get home, and to equal out both spacecraft. I mean, it's instead of flying, having weird weight ratios and screwing ourselves in the long run, we'll just make everything symmetrical weight-wise, and hopefully be able to get home. Would be a nice. Click there. So we'll just transfer this fuel real quick, and then we'll try to get both of these spacecraft home. I'm hoping in this episode. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in a 20-minute time limit, but we're going to damn well try. All right, let's see. One more. Oh wait, no. Do that guy. Oh, no, wrong way. Stop weight. There we go. Wrong way. Now, do we need to be outside of the spacecraft with Jebediah to unlink these? Because if not, that would be awesome. I'm going to find that out here in a second, as soon as I'm done transferring fuel. If I had more fuel tanks on Jebediah's spacecraft, I think I would just refuel the entire thing, land again, get some more science, and then head back home. But that, sadly, is not the case. So let's equal out this guy real quick. Make it close to being equal. Yeah, it's close enough. Shouldn't affect us that much. Now, can we pump here? Huh, interesting. I guess we have to be outside of Z spacecraft. So let's hop out. And we'll unlink these two things, and we'll get Jebediah home. I mean, honestly, we could take... We don't have to get Jebediah home first, but I feel like he's been out here for a while, so we might as well just get him home. And hopefully we'll be able to save all of our science and not lose it on re-entry, because that would be embarrassing. That would be extremely embarrassing, actually. So let's board. We're far enough away, I think, from our refueler probe. Let's point retrograde and see if we're going to hit it. Yep, probably going to hit it. So let's get away from it real quick. Let's just go up. Just get off of the axis. Goodbye, refueler probe. Thank you very much for the fuel that we desperately needed. Alright, let's set up a maneuver node. I think this will probably work right here. Take a wild stab in the dark. Give it a little more burn time. 22-second burn. Now, let's click here so we can watch that. See if I can move this and save us some fuel so we can slow down in the atmosphere. Right about there seems to be best point of departure. Actually, it might change now. Yep, did change a little bit. Right there. Let's keep going. I want to try to get... I kind of want to get into the atmosphere the first try, like first run home. Actually, just out of curiosity. Because I usually depart here. I guess that's not the best place to depart. Interesting. Learn something new every day. Alright. 30-second burn. We want, yeah. Let's say 30. 37 seems pretty good. Still a 30-second burn. We should manage that. Now, how much food and stuff? Wow, we still have 80 days worth of food, water, and oxygen remaining. That's actually pretty awesome. So we could have literally sat up here for a long time. I didn't realize that these things had so much food and whatnot in them. That's pretty awesome, though. So if we do interstellar travel, which we're planning on doing, we'll be good if we put like 3 of these, or or like a decent amount of the life support on it, which makes it actually not that bad. But life support still, I mean, still could be an issue because we're gonna have space stations and we're gonna have to restock them with food and supplies. So there is gonna be that issue. And what we're gonna do, our main goal for right now. I'll just fast forward as I'm talking. Our main goal as of right now is to get enough science to build a space station that I can get to the moon, with a decent amount without having to burn or build a ridiculous spacecraft to do it. I want to get to the moon with a space station, set it up in orbit around the moon, and then fly a reusable lander out to that space station. Preferably with some Kethane detectors, which we still have to do that. I have to remember to do that. I gotta write that down. Let me write this down real quick. Kethane sat. Okay. We need a Kethane satellite to find all of the Kethane around the moon. And then we're going to build a reusable lander that can mine it and convert it and basically refuel itself every time it lands. So we don't have to worry about building a moon base or anything along of the like. Now, if you guys want me to build like a little miniature moon base or a refueler rocket that's bigger that can refuel a space station or whatever, leave that down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think on that side of it. I'll do it because obviously I've done it before, so I could probably figure it out and get it done decently. Goodbye, Jeb Retriever 1. Thank you so much for the fuel. So we're gonna burn. We're gonna get home hopefully. And screenshot opportunity, boop. All right. But anyways, build a refuelable lander that can, that's self-sustaining lander, and then we'll probably put like a small space station around Kerbin, and then we got to build a transfer pod or a travel pod from the moon to Kerbin, so we can easily get to and from the moon, but without having to re-enter the atmosphere of Kerbin. We could just kind of dock and fly refueler missions if we have to. Which I mean, I'm not gonna. I'll show maybe a couple of them, but I'm not gonna make that like a main point of this series. How close are we coming in? 39. That's fine with me. Let's get rid of this maneuver node, which I know you can do it down here now, but I'm stuck in the habit of right-clicking on the actual node and doing it like you used to. So sorry. Let's actually burn a little bit. Ooh, that was a little much. 35. That seems reasonable. All right, Jeb, you are on your way home, sir. And you should have all your science with you. Oh, and I'm hoping we have enough yeah, we have 2 parachutes, okay. Okay, all right, cool. So let's fast forward and get the hell home. Let's get home. We have lots of food and water and oxygen remaining, but I want to get home. I want to set my feet on the shores of Kerbal. 'Twould be nice. All right. Let's fast forward, fast forwarding. I know I always do this, and it's probably really boring that I just sit there and say fast forwarding, but it helps me think. Don't judge me. All right. Let's retract our panels because we're about to dip into the atmosphere. Not extend, retract. There we go. Okay. We have more than enough electric charge to not even have to, reestablish or extend our solar panels. So we should be good. Where are we? No way. There's our space center. We're not gonna land anywhere near it probably, but I mean we can attempt. Let's do that. Let's fire this engine as we have so much damn fuel now. Let's fire this engine as hard and fast as we possibly can and see if we can get pretty close to our space center. That would actually be pretty sweet. So our guys at the space center don't really have to mess with us going all the way around the planet, and then they gotta go hire boats and stuff to come get us, and even though they probably have already set up and decided where I'm gonna land, but screw them, I'm doing my own thing. Because I would imagine that that's how it originally happens whenever, say, a capsule comes back in the atmosphere. I'm sure that the engineers and very smart people that are at the space center have already calculated where exactly you're going to land, so they already have those things on site or ready to go for whenever you do actually re-enter and start to land. That they'll have boats and everything ready already. So I'm hoping to throw a wrench into our space center's plans and landing somewhere they weren't expecting me to. So haha, take that, you bastards. I guess that doesn't really. I don't. But don't judge me. You guys always judge me. It's crazy. Anyways, seems our engine is doing the work that it needs to be doing, and we're gonna land at least in the ocean next to the space center. So that's pretty sweet. I'm gonna literally burn off all the fuel that I possibly can, and then I'm gonna dump it, and get rid of the lower stage. Engine's taking the heat pretty nicely. So if you don't have a heat shield, I think you'll be fine as long as you let the engine take the brunt of it. I think the only thing that really suffers is the things that are attached to the side of your spacecraft. I'm literally going to burn all the fuel that I possibly can because I don't want to have that space probe fly all the way out there for no reason. So we're going to burn as much fuel as we possibly can and get rid of this lower stage once it dies. Already down to 500 meters per second. That's pretty sweet. And there it is. Let's cut the engine. Get rid of that lower stage. There we are. Thank you, lower stage. I don't think we need the heat shield anymore. So let's get rid of that. Pop our parachutes. Re-entry successful. Alright. Let's get Jebediah on the ground. Hopefully with all of our science intact. That would be a plus. And then hopefully this mission alone will give us enough science to hopefully unlock enough parts. It'll help us build a space station and or a reusable lander, or a self-sustaining lander would be nice. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I want the science. I have a need for science. Please? Come on. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. And splashing down and stuff. Do we still have... Oh, we don't. Let's log the temperature. Oh yeah, we'll keep that. Why not? Extra 3.2 science. We'll take it. I'll take all the science I can get. Alright, let's recover this vessel and see exactly how much science we got. Hopefully it's a lot. 302.4 science earned on that mission. That is, I mean, that's a significant amount. I don't think it's a significant amount for us to unlock a lot of stuff, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Docking. That's Clampotron Jr. 3.75 heat shield, which we don't need because we don't have any 3.75 meter things right now. We could get big solar panels. We can get more life support. Medium survey kit, which we actually probably should take that. But I really don't want to spend 300 science on it. That sucks. RCS. What's this? Heat shield for MK12. MK12's here. So actually, I think what we're gonna do, we might take 160, 160. 320. So we have enough science to unlock 2 of these. And I'm thinking it's going to be these 2. What else do we got? Nothing really good. And barometer, nothing really good. So yeah, we're going to unlock these 2. We're going to get some Kethane tanks, some new engines, new solid rocket boosters, a big ass main sail liquid engine, a big tank, and pretty much all of the stuff we need for the MK12 pod. Bigger parachutes. These tanks, these things are awesome. Because you can still make your rocket aerodynamic and carry extra fuel, which is amazing. Thank you, KW Rocketry, for introducing these parts. And let's research that guy, and let's research this guy. And we have 36 science left. We really should start investing into the actual airplanes, because I want to build a shuttle that I can fly supplies up to our space station, our small space station, that we're going to make around Kerbal. But I think as of right now, we're going to just focus on getting everything home that we have out there right now. So let's go get the Jeb Retriever. The Jeb Retriever 1. We'll see how many times we can retrieve Jeb. I gotta make a marker of this. 1 retriever. Alright. Cool. So our retriever's got quite a bit of fuel left in it still as well, and it's not at the point of which we want to make our return. So let's bring this puppy home. I don't even think it's got a... I think it may or may not have a heat shield. I don't know. Good question. That's still going in. So let's bring this back out. There we go. Can we make that closer? 37. Hell yeah. Perfect. Let's point retrograde. Whoa. I forgot how light this thing got. And my SAS isn't on. That might be an issue as well. And this screen is probably extremely dark for you guys. You probably can't see a damn thing, and I apologize. But these 2 tanks are pretty much empty, so we're going to ditch them as we re-enter the atmosphere of Kerbal, just so we don't leave any space junk around. You guys know how I feel about space junk. So let's get over to our maneuver node, which is probably going to be about 30 seconds again, but we'll actually fire our engine real quick in the prograde vector. Just to see. Yep. About 20-some seconds. 24 seconds. It's not a bad amount of time. Might actually even get some science just for this thing being around the orbit of the moon. which would be cool. Hey, if we can get an extra like 10 or 15 science, I'll take it. Not gonna complain. All right, let's fire this engine up and get going. Simple little refueler probe, which I might actually keep. It's got, it's got pretty much everything you need. It's got 2 of these banks on it, so you can put whatever you might need in it, so it can, and it'll make it out to the moon, obviously, so that's good. And we're gonna cut it. Let's see. Slowly burn. Let's see where our map is saying what we're at here. 45. Let's do 34. Sounds fine. Get rid of that. Let's fast forward. And we still have an amazing amount of fuel, which is awesome. Fast forwarding. And we'll let the game slow it down for us. And it changed. Interesting. Oh well, that's fine. We'll just burn and get back into the atmosphere here. Burn retro. I don't think I put those on a hot group. I did not. I thought I might have put the solar panels for our probe in a hot group, but I guess I did not. Let's actually do a round robin here and try to land in the daytime so you guys can actually see if I blow up or not. I mean, if I do blow up, all you'll see is big explosions instead of actually what is exploding. So let's do that, and we'll point retro again. Fire, and we'll get our periaps down to 35. We'll go, 35 sounds about right. Turn our RCS. Bring that back up. So I don't want to burn. I don't want this thing to burn up in the atmosphere. That would be embarrassing. All right. Now we should be coming down on the daytime side. I hope. Once we get down a little bit closer, we'll burn again and hopefully bring ourselves down in the daytime. Alright, so let's go retro. Let's retract these panels. I mean, we don't really have to. We can watch them blow off, but, might as well save the technology if we can. So we don't have to buy new ones. Save our space program some money. For whenever, I don't know if that's ever going to be implemented or not. I think it'd be cool if it was, but I mean, you'd have to come up with missions, like specific missions for certain planets and whatnot. So as soon as they start, putting a little more work into the career mode, I think that'll be actually pretty interesting. Whenever money is actually involved, and I'm sure all the modders that have parts for this game are probably going to mod exactly how much they cost, so it's not ridiculous to try to buy and use parts for their mods. I'm sure that like the most advanced parts will still be pretty damn expensive. So if you lose a spacecraft, it's going to be like, oh damn it. So you're going to have to. It's actually going to be really cool because you're going to have to you can't just put everything on a spacecraft and be like, yeah, it's fine. You're going to actually have to build your spacecraft and hope that you can save all of the parts that you used, so you don't lose any money. So you're gonna have to put parachutes on pretty much damn near everything that you're ever gonna, put back into the atmosphere, and that's if it doesn't burn up in the atmosphere. If you're using deadly reentry, obviously. So I think that would actually be pretty neat. So let's burn. We're gonna be coming in pretty hot, so try to save some of this stuff. And my phone is not on silent. I apologize. Girlfriend is texting me, so we'll just mute that. Alright. I kind of hope we don't land on actual land. That would kind of, I guess that's what's going to happen. I think we'll be okay. We might be okay. Maybe. Actually, probably not, now that I think about it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. Hoping we'll be fine if we land on land. We might lose, the engine or something. Or land in the mountains. That would be terrible as well. But we're gonna burn and try to get back home as as possible here, because we did hit our 20-minute mark. We might be just over 20 minutes right now, so I'm trying to keep these episodes, you know, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm trying not to get, you know, make you guys sit down for a full half hour, because, I mean, that is asking a lot. So I figure, you know, 20 minutes to 25 minutes to give me like a buffer that I can, you know, if I'm like just re-entering the atmosphere of Kerbal, I can still get, you know, get that piece of spacecraft on the surface without having to actually wait and put it into another episode. So thank you guys for sticking around for the 20-some minutes of episodes. All right. Might actually save some of this fuel for landing in case we need it. So let's get rid of these side tanks. Get those away from us. See if we actually fall in the right direction. Yeah, cool. The heavy end is on the bottom, which is a good thing. Thank you for extra fuel tanks for bringing us home and bringing Jebediah home. You did your job very well. All right, let's let the atmosphere slow us down a little bit more, and we'll pop our chutes. Probably about 10,000 meters, roughly. I like to let the atmosphere slow us down as much as possible. Pop these chutes. Let them do the rest of the work. Hopefully we'll be able to save this entire spacecraft. That would be a plus. Probably going to be popping pretty soon. Turn our SAS back on. So whenever we do land, hopefully it'll stand upright. And it's 5.5 meters per second, and I don't know what the crash tolerance is for this engine, but it might not be 5.5. I mean, it might be 10, but it might not be. All right. Careful. Careful. Oh! Yes! All right! Sweet! Let's see if this got us any science, just because I'm curious. Hey, look at that! 2.7 science, just because we brought it back from the moon. Awesome! Alright, I'm going to call it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and next episode, I'm hopefully going to build a space center, or not space center, a space station for the moon. Now that we have a little bit bigger of engines, and engines that actually fit our 2.5 meter rocket bodies. So hopefully I'll be able to construct a space station for the moon. And maybe even a space station for Kerbal. But we'll see. So thank you guys again for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions, comments, ideas, suggestions, leave it in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.